Imagine standing at the edge of a vast maze. Every path looks promising, but each wrong turn costs you time, money, and sometimes even hope. This maze is trading, and most people remain lost inside it. Not because they can't trade, but because they never learn how to see the hidden path. When a person first steps into trading, the feeling is rarely clarity. It is almost always confusion. You stare at candlestick charts, technical indicators, strange acronyms, and patterns that seem alive but never repeat the same way twice. This initial chaos can feel overwhelming, even humiliating. Many traders believe that if they are confused, it must mean they are not smart enough, not prepared enough, or not born to be a trader. But the truth is very different. Confusion is not proof of weakness. It is proof of beginning. Every discipline, whether it's philosophy, science, or art, begins in uncertainty. A child learning to walk stumbles. A student learning mathematics fails to understand at first. In the same way, a trader is supposed to be confused in the beginning. It is the rite of passage. This confusion is your first teacher. Why? Because confusion humbles you. It strips away the illusion that trading is easy money. It reminds you that the market is bigger than your ego. Many people come into trading with dreams of quick success, doubling their money overnight, retiring early, living a life of freedom. But the first encounter with confusion shatters that illusion. You lose trades. You don't understand why. You copy others but still fail. In those moments of chaos, your teacher has arrived. Confusion teaches you patience. The impatient trader seeks answers instantly. Which strategy works? Which indicator is the best? Which signal should I follow? But trading does not reward impatience. Instead, it rewards the one who is willing to sit inside confusion, observe it, and slowly piece together the puzzle. The more you rush, the more you lose. The more you pause, the more you learn. Confusion also reveals your inner weaknesses. When you don't know what's happening in the market, fear and greed take over. You panic when prices fall. You become greedy when they rise. Confusion is the mirror that exposes these hidden emotions. Without confusion, you would never know how vulnerable you are to them. In this way, confusion is not your enemy. It is a shadow that shows you where your light needs to grow. But here is the key. Confusion only teaches those who are willing to be students. Many traders resist confusion. They fight it. They look for shortcuts, courses that promise quick profits, signals that guarantee success, or gurus who claim to know the market secrets. These shortcuts may relieve the discomfort for a moment, but they rob you of the true lessons that confusion was trying to give you. The trader who embraces confusion, however, transforms it into wisdom. They begin to see patterns not in the market, but in themselves. They start noticing how their heart races before placing a trade, how their hands sweat when prices move against them, how their mind becomes cloudy after 2 consecutive losses. Slowly, they stop running away from confusion and start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" Over time, confusion turns into curiosity. Instead of being frustrated, you begin to explore. Why did the market move this way? What role did my emotions play? What could I do differently next time? And with each question, your confusion transforms into understanding. So if you are new to trading and feel lost, remember this. You are exactly where you should be. Confusion is not the sign of failure. It is a sign that you are standing at the true beginning of the journey. Without confusion, there is no growth. Without darkness, there is no light. In the end, the greatest traders are not the ones who avoided confusion. They are the ones who learn from it. They walked through the fog long enough to discover that every shadow was hiding a lesson. And once they embraced their first teacher, clarity slowly began to appear. Most people enter trading with the wrong belief that success depends on finding the perfect strategy. They chase systems, algorithms, and secret formulas, believing that if they just discover the right method, profits will flow effortlessly. But if this were true, every trader using the same strategy would win. And yet, even with identical strategies, some succeed while others fail. Why? Because strategy is not the real battlefield. Psychology is. The market is less about numbers and more about emotions. Fear and greed are the invisible forces that shape every trade. Fear makes you exit too early, even when the trade still has room to grow. Greed makes you hold too long, refusing to take profit until the market reverses and wipes everything out. Fear keeps you from taking opportunities. Greed pushes you to overtrade. These emotions live deeper than any technical indicator, and unless you understand them, no strategy will save you. Consider this. Two traders use the same moving average crossover system. The system signals a buy. One trader, disciplined and calm, enters with proper risk management. The other trader hesitates, fears losing money, enters late, and then panics at the first red candle. The same strategy, yet two completely different outcomes. The difference is not the system. It is the psychology of the trader. This is why psychology outweighs strategy. Strategies can be copied, but psychology must be built. And building psychology requires inner work. You must learn how your mind reacts under pressure. You must study yourself the way you study charts. One of the most dangerous psychological traps in trading is revenge trading. After a loss, the mind feels pain. To relieve that pain, it pushes you to win back the money quickly. You overtrade, take unnecessary risks, and end up losing even more. It is not the market that defeated you. It is your own psychology. Another trap is euphoria. After a big win, your confidence soars. You feel invincible. You break your own rules, take larger positions, and forget about risk management. The result? Often a devastating loss that humbles you back to reality. Again, the strategy didn't fail. You did because your psychology was not prepared. To master trading psychology, you must create rules stronger than your emotions. Stop-loss levels, position sizing, daily trading limits. These are not just numbers. They are shields against your own impulses. Discipline is not glamorous, but it is the difference between survival and destruction. But here's the mystery. Psychology in trading is not just about controlling emotions. It is about transforming them. Fear, when understood, becomes caution. Greed, when disciplined, becomes ambition. Doubt, when studied, becomes curiosity. You cannot eliminate emotions. You must evolve with them. Think of trading like walking a tightrope. The rope is your strategy. But what keeps you balanced is not the rope. It is your focus, your calmness, your ability to breathe and step steadily. Without psychological balance, even the strongest rope cannot save you. This is why great traders often say, trading is 80% psychology, 20% strategy. The charts may show you opportunities, but only your psychology decides whether you can take them, manage them, and survive them. In the end, psychology is the invisible hand guiding your every move. Until you master it, strategies will always betray you. But once you learn to master yourself, even the simplest strategy becomes powerful. Every beginner trader searches for clarity outside of themselves. They look for the perfect mentor, the most reliable course, the secret indicator that no one else has. They believe that clarity will arrive from the outside, like a gift handed down from the market gods. But the truth is harsher and at the same time liberating. Clarity comes from within. The market is not a puzzle waiting to be solved. It is a mirror reflecting your state of mind. If you are restless, the market looks chaotic. If you are calm, patterns appear. If you are greedy, the market seems full of opportunities. If you are fearful, the market seems full of traps. The market doesn't change, you do. Clarity is born the moment you stop chasing external shortcuts and start working inward. Ask yourself, why do I trade? What am I afraid of? What is my relationship with risk? Most traders never ask these questions. They want profits, not self-discovery. But without self-discovery, profits are temporary and losses are permanent. Clarity also comes from discipline. Every time you follow your rules instead of your impulses, you build a layer of inner strength. At first, discipline feels restrictive, like chains holding you back. But soon you realize those chains are actually wings. They protect you from chaos and allow you to fly steadily through storms. The mystery of clarity is that it is not about predicting the market. It is about predicting yourself. You cannot know what the market will do tomorrow, but you can know what you will do if it rises or falls. That knowledge is clarity. Think of it this way. When the fog is thick, a sailor cannot control the sea. but they can control their compass. In trading, your compass is your mindset, your discipline, and your self-awareness. With it, you can navigate any storm. Without it, you will always drift. Clarity is not the absence of confusion. It is the ability to move forward despite it. Even experienced traders face uncertainty every day. The difference is that they no longer panic in the fog. They trust their process, their mindset, their preparation. That trust comes from within. The final truth is this: trading is a journey of self-discovery disguised as a financial pursuit. The money you make is only a reflection of the clarity you have built inside. If you are reckless, your account will show it. If you are disciplined, your account will reward it. So when you seek clarity, stop searching outside. Turn inward. The market will never give you certainty. It will only give you reflection. Your clarity is already within you, waiting to be uncovered through patience, discipline, and self-awareness. And once you discover it, you will realize the greatest mystery of trading. The market never changed. It was you who did. In the beginning, trading feels like a maze, dark, endless, and suffocating. But once you step beyond fear and greed, you realize the maze was never outside. It was always inside you. The moment you conquer yourself, the market no longer looks like chaos. It becomes clarity, a mirror of your discipline. Remember, the greatest trade you will ever make is trading confusion for clarity. If this whisper spoke to you, don't let it fade. Share this journey with others who are still lost in their maze. Subscribe, and together we'll uncover more of the psychology that shapes not just your trading, but your life itself.